Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Nakho, and if you're new to this channel, you're very much welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and be part of this beautiful family. And if you're returning to me, you're my day one, you already know what time it is, so say it with me, baby. Welcome and thank you for tuning in again. Right, I know guys, it's different. I look different. Okay, please guys do not forget to follow me on Instagram. It's Nakho_Mahola, and thank you. So cheers, we're having something to drink as usual. I mean, come on, what's a sit down video without something to drink? What is a sit down video without something to drink? Just don't make sense to me. I know I look different. Today I decided to rock my own hair. Child, I think it's gonna rain outside because I never ever rock my own hair. Have my reasons. Actually, the reasons are not that much. I just don't like ukama. I hate ukama, guys, and that's just it. And ukama, so I usually just go to the salon, wash my hair, do my cornrows, and that's it. I'm not good with managing my own hair. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, I think also the texture of my hair it's not the best, so it's not nice. I have thick, stubborn hair, so that's another thing. Okay, so guys, in today's video I want us to talk about relationships in general, focusing more on healing from relationships, especially the toxic relationships. And I don't think there's anyone else in this world who can talk about such because I feel like I've had my fair share when it comes to relationships. I've had my fair share when it comes to toxic situations, and I kind of opened up about those incidents, guys, and just showing you guys my other side, the things I've been through, but I also feel like I didn't touch much on my healing process. I basically spoke about the red flags, the toxic things, and I didn't touch much on how I dealt with it, how I healed from it, what I went through while healing from it. Right, so I want us to talk about that, because what thing is, people will tell you need to get out of that relationship, it's toxic, it's this, which is true, but I don't think people really tell you what happens when you left the relationship, how much you battle to deal with yourself, adapting to something different. Because thing is, you were used to a toxic environment, you were used to abusive situations, or let's just rather call them toxic situations. You're used to those, so now you're transitioning from the pain that you had to endure each and every day due to those things to your healing process. Now the process, it's what is the harshest part, because I feel like, honestly guys, let's be honest, agululanga transitioning from one thing to another, whether it was a good thing or a bad thing, because sometimes, honestly, a bad thing can become your normal. For instance, let's say you have an abusive boyfriend, right? This boyfriend, every time he's drunk and you guys have an argument, he beats you up, right? So now let's say you leave that situation, you meet someone else, and now you have an argument with that person, right? It's kind of freaking out. You will freak out that this person is just arguing and not doing anything else except arguing, not touching you. But now thing is, every time that person was going to be moving izandla zakhe, you will be freaked out. You'll be like, every time, let's say ungumntu othanda uthela izandla, right? Every time it pumps izandla, you'll be like, because that's what you're used to, that's what's normal to you. as much as you go to sabati, you know. That's what happened. So with me, guys, now I dealt with my husband being the serial cheater that he was, a pathological liar. I mean, that man lied, guys, for a living. That's what he did for a living. Lying was what he was doing for a living. And, you know, being gaslighted by him. Because, you know what? I think that's another thing. People downplay this gaslighting thing, or people think like gaslighting is just a word, that a fancy word that people prefer using now. But in all honesty, guys, people will gaslight you. They will gaslight you with what they say. They will gaslight you with how they treat you. They will gaslight you by ignoring you. Trust me, being ignored is also a form of gaslighting, and I don't care. I don't care what you say. Go argue with your friends about that, but being ignored, that's being gaslighted. Let's say honestly, you guys need to talk about things instead, and you're asking questions, you have questions, instead of this person answering you, they just decide to ignore you. Now that's gaslighting. That's plain out gaslighting, because you're gonna be frustrated, you're gonna be mad. They're like, why aren't you giving me answers? Because at the end of the day, you feel like, you know, you deserve that much from that person. So coming back to me, guys, it was not easy. Like I said, it was never easy. Coming from all of that, having a relationship after that was the pits. Was the pits in this sense. I had already made up my mind about men, to be honest. I had already made up my mind about men. That one experience was enough for me to just make up my mind and just decide, because you know what, men are these type of creatures, and please don't take them serious. Like, just do not ever take any man serious. So I was that girl, didn't take nobody serious, nothing serious, right? So I happened to meet someone who was a bit older as well, and from the jump, I did not trust the nigga. Literally, from the jump, guys, I did not trust this man. He told me he's single, he doesn't have anyone in his life. I did not trust that, and now I'm sure you know why. At this point, I don't trust any man. You see, now that's another form, trauma. The trauma that the toxic relationship will put you through. Trauma mdaseleyo. Ungavela ungathemba umuntu nje unprovoked. That's trauma. Believe it or not, it's trauma. You know, so I didn't trust the person that they're not seeing anyone else. I went out of my way to go through his phone because I'm not bitch. And I was proved wrong. There was nothing for me to see. Right? But do you know what? Another thing is, as much as I did not find anything, I still didn't trust him. I don't care. I still didn't trust him. That's my trauma, right? And now this person is showing me a different side of man. It's showing me a patient side. It's showing me a consistency. This person is showing me love, respect. This man is showing me communication. Child. This man is responsible. This man, you know, he wants to talk about things. He believes in us sitting down talking about things. And guess what? I am the problem in the relationship now. I'm the toxic one in the relationship. I'm a narcissist in the relationship. I'm the one gaslighting in the relationship. Yep. That's what happens when you stay too long in toxic situation, guys. It toxic rubs off. I don't care who says what. Toxic rubs off. I was the one now who does shitty things, and when I'm supposed to answer for those, I decide to ignore him, because yeah, that's what I have become now, right? You see, I have taken all the traits, all the wrong traits from my past relationship, and in the Zenazo on my new relationship. I lie in this relationship. I lie. Guess what? I am the serial cheater now. I am the serial cheater. I cheat. I lie about it. I don't want to be held accountable for anything. I gaslight. I manipulate situation. But point is, guys, I had completely become what I ran away from. I don't know if that makes sense. I had completely become what I ran away from. I was the problem now. And imagine meeting someone who is there, who wants to show up for you, and who does not even understand why you're acting like this, why you're doing me like this, you know? And I look at him, I'm just like, I know exactly what's wrong. You are not what's wrong. I am what's wrong. You know, I am battling with my own demons. I don't trust you, and I am sabotaging this good thing before it even becomes the best thing I ever had, because I kind of like no longer believe that there are people like you, people who are honest, people who are upfront, people who are faithful, people who communicate, people who take accountability for their actions, and, you know, respect women and men that can put me on a pedestal. So at this point, I am sabotaging all of that. I have a good man, and I am sabotaging it because of where I'm coming from. It's not easy. It's where I'm coming from. That's what it was. And Gengoku, it's quite sad, guys. It's quite sad. It's quite painful, because I am literally here bleeding on a person that didn't do anything to me. A person who has just been trying to love me the best way he knows how. You understand? The healthiest way. I try to put up a fight with this man. Jane gaslighted because I want us to fight and stuff. Like, I'm pushing him. I want to see how far he can go, and he still does not flick. He'd be like, yo, there's no need for us to scream at each other. Can we talk? Can you scream it out when you're done? We sit down and talk about it. Dude, I am frustrated now, because I'm thinking, what is this? Huh? What is this now? So guys, that's what happens when you stay too long. When you stay too long in a toxic situation, that's what happens. And you will meet good people. And I think when you meet the right people, you start to realize, good team, you were never the problem. The problem was never you. You were never asking for much. You were just asking the wrong person for much. You know, you were just not asking for much, honestly. You know? So coming back from that was the hardest thing for me. I had to talk to myself and be like, who have you become? Who is this person? You know, because now I'm in a new relationship, and I don't have to be on survival mode in this relationship. The relationship I was in, I had to be on survival mode every day. I had to survive the relationship, because every day it's a struggle. Do you understand? Every day I had demons to fight. Every day I had fights with this man. I had situation with this man. So I feel like old Nakho kind of like got comfortable being on the survival mode, and always having her guard up, because you can only hurt so much, guys. You can reach a point where you're like, I need to stop hurting. I can't be hurting about the same thing over and over again. I need to stop hurting. That's when you put your guard up, and then you like, I'ma deal with this, you know. Because now guys, they tend to, especially if I repeat, keep doing the same thing continuously, you tend to not even be affected as you were the first day they did that thing. I don't know if that makes sense. No? So that's the guard. That's your guard being up. So I feel like in my marriage, I reached a point where I was on survival mode. I needed to survive every day. I needed to survive every day. And on that survival mode, I do remember I got to a stage whereby I felt nothing about anything that meant it to me. He could receive a call in front of me and I could see that he's uncomfortable talking because it's a woman. I will still not question. I will not feel triggered. I will be feeling bleak towards him. He could not, pick up his phone when I'm calling him. Someone could text me and tell me that they're sleeping with him or whatever. I reached a point where I didn't feel anything. You text me, you tell me you're sleeping with him, and so what? What must happen now? What must I do about that? Do you get it? So I guess that was my survival mode. But now the thing is, when I left the relationship, the toxic relationship, I was supposed to leave that survival Nakho. The Nakho who's always on survival mode, I was supposed to leave that person there. But because I guess it had become normal to me, I couldn't leave her behind. I took her with me. And now I took her with me into a relationship that was safe. I didn't need to survive. I didn't need to keep my guard down up. You understand? At this point, I needed to keep my guard down. I needed to let it be. I needed not to survive. I needed to enjoy, embrace, and live and feel the relationship. So the first few months of that relationship were the most hectic. Because I was always on survival mode. I was expecting anything. I was looking for things. I went out of my way to look for things. But what is he doing? Why isn't he cheating? And then, I was literally going out of my way to sabotage the whole thing. And I guess we're not all lucky, or we're not all, lucky to meet people who are gonna say to them like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why you need to let go of this and this and this. Some people are not, other men, guys, are not gonna be that patient to be like, hey, I understand you're coming from a very dark place, but I kid you not, I am not a dark place for you. You're safe here. Do you get what I'm saying? And not only say it in words, they will prove it with their actions, being consistent, showing up for you. And so not everyone is gonna get that. Not everyone is gonna get that, honestly. And I think when you get that, you feel like it's kind of, too good to be true to a certain extent. Yeah, you do. You feel like, oh my God, this is quite too good to be true, right? But in all honesty, it's as much as it might be too good to be true, it's what you deserve. But also you need to allow yourself to heal, and you must take steps that you need to take for you to heal. If you need to go to therapy, ma'am. If you need to talk about it every day so that you can literally let go of it, so be it. If you need to cry about it once in a while, do that. But most importantly, you need to heal as a person so that you do not bleed on other people. Because people don't talk about that. They don't tell you that afterwards you're not going to trust people, you're not going to be open to love, you're not going to be embracing relationships, and you're not going to be trusting and stuff. People just talk about you need to leave. As soon as you leave, you'll see good things will get better. No, that's not how it works. It took me like what, a year, 2 years to like really feel like you see now I'm in a better place. And another best thing about such situation, you get to see its symptoms zomto or toxic esepha utesiza pulling up some BS. You giving me narcissistic vibes, you giving me toxic Like you can just smell them or you can see them. They say, "Pa, guys," but no, something is off with you. Something is off about you. I can't tell you what it is, but something is off, you know, because you've experienced, you know how these things go. But now, something that you really need to watch, you do not become that person yourself. Some people don't come back from that person, you know, they don't. They never come back from that person. The moment the toxic rubs off to you, some people really can't come back from that. It's hard for them to come back from that. So for me, I'm glad I did. I think I did come back from that. I honestly think I did come back from that. I am no longer shuttered, closed up, guard up, not trusting, and you know, gaslighting. I'm no longer like that. I believe now in certain things that, you know what, I feel like my perspective again when it comes to men, it has changed. I'm not the guys our funny. Honestly, our funny. And you must understand, as much as you might feel like, as much as I'm saying with toxic relationship, you get a stage where you are in survival mode. You know, to also understand, as much as I'm not funny, also no fun, some men, and I feel like men that make it hard for us to love them, they were never raised on love, bona. They were never raised on love. So when you show them love, it kind of scares them off. It kind of, like, they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with your love. They will, instead of, you know, reciprocating what you're giving, they will literally sabotage, burn that whole thing on fire, bruh. They will sabotage it. They will mishandle it, you know, because they don't know. They don't know this. This is scary to them. This is scary. This is not what they used to. But the moment you come into a man's life and you know, and it's a man that was not raised on love, that it's a man that was raised on, you know what, on survival. The moment you come back, you come in their life with toxic vibes, with chaos. Watch how they survive you. They will survive you. They will stick around. They will embrace you. They will love you because this is what they used to. This is their normal, you know. So sometimes we shouldn't be hard on ourselves that, oh my God, I literally gave this person everything that is me, and they still hurt me. Sometimes it's really not about you. And I feel like 90% of the time when men do guys, when men become certain people or whatever, it's really not about us. It's about them. It's about who they are. It's about where they come from. It's about their demons. It's about their everyday battles. It's about when they look at you, what they see. They know when they are undeserving of you. They see it. Hence, sometimes because they know deep down they're not deserving of you. They're not deserving of you. They don't even know how to take care of you. They don't even know how to handle you. They don't even know how to reciprocate what you're offering, what you're giving them. They don't even know how they don't even know how to be warm towards you. You might be warm towards them, and they don't know how to reciprocate that because it's new and it's scary to them. And more than anything, I feel like they don't want to get used to it because they fear what if you wake up one day and you don't love them anymore? What if you wake up one day and you realize that you deserve better than them? So yeah, I feel like it's pretty much about them. Honestly, I feel like it's pretty much about them. You know, I once had a conversation with this other guy, and we were talking about men and the cheating and stuff, you know, and we were talking basically about, a man would have a Beyonce in the house, anyway, example, or a man will have a me in the house. In the deals, it no Nakho, guys. No Nakho, look at me. Yes, the thing that like having a Beyonce in the house, meaning a woman that is like a 10 out of 10, right? Who can cook, clean, work, pretty, and then go out and cheat with a woman that is right, cheat with someone who has no ambitions, who doesn't do anything, basically something that is not close to what you are, right? And I was asking him, but yo, like, why can't a man cheat with someone who's at least mine, someone who, when I look at them, I'm gonna like be moved, like, oh my god, did you really bag that? Oh my man, really? You the damn god, like, patting the bag, you did well, baby, basically. And he said to me, it's not about you, it's about him. If he dated a class that is way below than you, that means that's his type. That's actually his type. A man cheat with a type yakhe. Caliber athi xa ezijonge esipilini azibone kuyo, that's way he's gonna date. So it's not about you. It's not about you. It just happens. If you belong now, it happens good when you say and whose fault is that? Nobody's fault but yours. So I don't know how true that is, but to a certain extent I believed it because you born in a traits as a lumdom hayi kodwa ngunqevu lumfana naye but ngunqevu ke unemali, but yena usengunqevu, ubunqevu abuzuphuma apha kuye just cause enemali. Hence ke ngoku xa engunqevu uzofuna udate ntoni onqevukazi, yabona ke. And ke ngoku you won't understand, kanti no, yes he can afford things and abonakale eku-certain class yena as a guy and stuff, but it's because he worked hard but gay. You can take them out of the ghetto, but you can take the ghetto out of them. Okay? So hence ke uzomfonisa hayi man lo muntu uyahamba ujola nonqevukazi. Uyahamba ujola, yabo? So yeah. I just thought, guys, I should just talk and vent and just share my opinion about things. This has been on my mind. But yeah, man, it's not easy, guys, coming back from such situation. It's really not easy. You see umuntu wakho doing something familiar with that. You're already freaking out because you're thinking, oh my god, I know this. And sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're really wrong. And yeah, it's unfair on the next person. Hence I truly feel like when you get into a new relationship, let go of the survival let go of the survival mode. Let go, switch it off. There'll come a time maybe whereby you'll have to switch it on again, but when you get into something new, let go of that survival mode button. You need to feel, you need to give something new a chance and see where it takes you, and see what happens with it. At least uzazi good, what, at least I gave it a chance. But gay, yeah, such is life, such is life, such is life, guys. Ezinye izinto are not easy to let go, are not gonna be easy to let go, but also you must not lose yourself. I think one thing I'm scared of in my life is losing me. I feel like in my marriage I lost me a lot. I lost me. Yeah, you guys, I lost myself there to an extent that it took me time to find myself. I lost myself so much that every day I tell myself, you cannot lose you, Nakho. Every day. As much as I'm no longer in a situation or in a toxic relationship or whatever, but every day I tell myself, you cannot lose yourself, Nakho. You cannot lose yourself. Anything that is costing you that much, because once you lose yourself, you have lost everything. You understand? Anything that is going to cost me that much that I have to lose myself is not worth it. It has to go. It really has to go. I will never ever put myself in a position whereby I'm confronting another woman. I will never. And if you're my baby, you follow me on my socials, you follow me on YouTube, ndiyakucela noba uyifumene inamba yalo mntu you know that's messing with your man or whatever, ndiyakucela, do not bring yourself to calling them and asking them about your man or whatever, please. Because the moment you start doing those things, you have lost yourself. You have completely lost the plot. You've lost it. Look at you going around like a crazy person. Look at yourself going around like a crazy person. Guys. Do not lose yourself. If you find yourself in a good relationship, you want to raise your hand every time you're angry. Lomdu gets lighted to an extent that you want to beat the shit out of them. You want to stab them. You want to do something. You have lost it. You have lost it. You need to move from that relationship. Because zonke izinto guys zizokubeka in compromising situation. Let's say you umtyhale umntu because you're angry, abetheke, abhubhe. That was not the intention, right? But now look at your life. You've lost yourself. You've lost your life, everything. Like every time uzibona ukuthi lento umuntu akwenza yona, it's bringing you to a low quality experience, because I call such things low quality experiences. A low quality experience, please look at the mirror and be like, baby, no, you're too cute for this. We're not going to do this now. We're not. So yeah, but yeah guys, if you're out there struggling to move from a toxic relationship, or rather you have left the relationship but you are struggling to heal and come to terms with certain things, I'll just say to you, babes, it takes time. And with that time, do not forget to be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. At least you know now what you don't want. Do not compromise on that. Do not compromise on your principles. Do not compromise on yourself. If you want a relationship in Jena, trust and believe you're gonna get it. If you want someone loyal and trust and believe you're gonna get that. Don't settle for less. If a wife man is, do not settle. Move. Work on yourself. Read books, empowering books. Do activities, empowering activities, engage in conversations. Do all of that. Talk about things. Open up to people. Open up to strangers. The advisors from strangers sometimes, guys, are the best. Trust and believe. And the best part is which is great because you won't have a room to feel like you're being judged whenever you see them, because you won't see them, right? So yeah, work on yourself, step into a new relationship. At least uzazi ukuthi you've done some work, because when I feel like that was a mistake I did. It was much as I stayed for a certain time relationship being by myself. When I stepped into a relationship, I realized that I was still having a lot of baggage and I was bleeding on someone who didn't deserve it, and I had become what I was running away from. I had become my husband to someone else. I had become him. I had all the traits. I was doing everything he was doing, everything. And it was unfair, it was really unfair. But eventually, I had to face my demons and just decide, no, we are not gonna survive now. The survival mode is over. We're gonna leave. And I need this surviving Nakho to back off a bit. And I got that. I started to do that. I started, being kind to myself, and embraced everything that came my way, took opportunities that came my way, loved myself even more. I think self-worth, self-love, I started loving myself even more. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much.